Our journey here to St. Tikhon Seminary actually began with finding out that we were expecting our third child, which was a beautiful blessing, but not something that we expected to happen right now, which is often how seminary, I think, begins for so many people. It's something they weren't expecting to do when it happens to them. My oldest is a 3-year-old, and one of the most iconic stories, I think, for 3-year-olds that can be found in the Bible is the story of Jonah and the whale. And he was obsessed with this story when we were discerning whether we were going to come here. And as a wife, I really felt like part of my story is intertwined with my husband's story, that I can't be like Jonah. I can't teach my child how Jonah had little faith to disobey what God's command was and his obvious calling for his life. And I was not going to be like Jonah. I was not going to stand in the way of God's call, and I was not going to run from God. And that's what I told a lot of people. And so in this first month here, especially expecting a third child, I think it's been very easy to get in my head and think, what am I doing? What have I done for my family to come here? But the constant reminder of what your life looks like when you run from God has been very helpful for me, thinking through what the promise is if we are following God's call. And especially for our family, we have been given amazing gifts by being here in just 1 month. Getting to meet people has been so wonderful. The seminary, I think, facilitates very well the meeting of families. So for my children, it's very important to me that they still have a community, even though we are far from what they know of as community. Even the faculty and just the way that we are all here together and everyone's committed to being here together has been very important. If we're pursuing a life in ministry, it's not always going to be easy, and we know this, and God shows us this. But I really hope that my children see our decision to come here, when we made the decision, as a beautiful example of selflessness and being willing to step outside of our comfort zone and be in community with people who are doing the same thing and devoting their lives to ministry in a way that will really wreck our comfort, but for the sake of serving others and for the sake of serving God.